Hello everyone, welcome to the second video session of your poem, We Are the Music Makers, written by Arthur William Edgar O'Shaughnessy. Before reading the second stanza, let me remind you some key points of the first paragraph which we have read so far. In the first paragraph, the poet is telling us that this poem is written in the praise of all the artists who are associated with dreaming, beauty and creativity. They may be poets, musicians, writers, painters and sculptors. The poet says that they are often, means all the artists are often considered useless, they are considered worthless dreamers. They are often misunderstood by the society as world losers or world forshakers. Their works are given very little importance in the society, and their role in the society is often misunderstood because they are not able to earn much from their profession, from this artistic profession. It is very difficult for them to earn their both ends meet. So this is why they are often considered as frantic people or vagabond, but in actual sense they are the movers and shakers in the society. They are the ones who bring the society on the path of progress, who push the society on the path of progress and development. So in the first paragraph we read who they were or who they are and what they do. In the second stanza, we will read about how they do it, how they bring the society at the path of progress, how they play a very crucial role in the society. So let's read the second stanza and try to understand this.
Stanza 2. With wonderful deathless ditties, we built up the world's great cities, and out of a fabulous story, we fashion an empire's glory. In second stanza, first of all, in the first line, we will understand the meaning of deathless ditties. With wonderful deathless, deathless means immortal, that never ends. Ditties means songs. With wonderful deathless ditties. So here the poet is praising all the artists that they manage to do even the unthinkable. Okay, he mean to say that by creating wonderful immortal songs, artists can build up a great cities of the world. See the second line, we build up the world's great cities. Now you might be thinking, how can a song build up a city? Yes, a song can build up a city by envisioning, by praising, by inspiring or even criticizing. We should not underestimate the power of words. As you might have heard the phrase, pen is mightier than the sword. Yes, pen is mightier. So the power of words and melodies is so unique. They are extremely powerful, that the words had this much power that they provoke the people to create, for the creativity, creating something that is desirable, or even to tearing down or abolishing what is not. The something that is not desirable means through the songs or words can provoke people to rise against what is bad, or to support or to provoke for innovation, for creativity. Okay, so here a song, he mean to say through their songs, if a song praises a city, suppose a song praises a city or its people, so through the measure of that song, those cities or those peoples got immortalized. They never ends. Though the physical city or the physically people are not alive, they may be destroyed in the reality, but still that city will live on forever through the song. Okay, and out of a fabulous story we fashion an empire's glory. What it means here, he say the artists are saying we fashion an empire's glory. By creating and telling fabulous stories, by creating and telling wonderful stories of a great empire or the great empires, artists are able to give shape or give design to its glory. We often judge or evaluate the greatness or magnificence of an empire on the basis of its artistic productivity or an achievement. A fabulous story, a wonderful story is the best, we can say, a best way or best propaganda or best advertisement of a glory of an empire. Empire lives on in people's mind through the fabulous stories even after its downfall and ruin. This is the power of words. This is the power of artists. Though they are considered meaningless people, they are considered meaningless dreamers, but their dreams and their creations are not worthless. They are not meaningless. So through their art, they can immortalize the world. They can create, they can weld up the greatest cities in the world through their works, that those cities and those peoples remain immortal in the minds of the people forever. Stanza to continue here. One man with a dream at pleasure shall go forth and conquer a crown, and three with the song's measure can trample an empire down. So here the poet says one man with a dream. It's a very important line. One man with a dream means a man who has power to dream, who dreams at pleasure, gleefully, happily, who dreams and who has courage to go forth. Go forth means to go forward to achieve something. Who has courage to move forward to achieve his goal, to fulfill his aim, can conquer a crown. If we see in a worldly sense, conquering a crown means overthrowing a king or assuming kingship. But here in the poem, conquering a crown here refers to an extraordinary achievement. Because to achieve something extraordinary, one needs tremendous courage and perseverance and will to surmount all obstacles. So artist says it is possible through their works, because artistic work provide or raise the morale of people. Because artistic works through the poems, the stories help the people to dream freely. So the person who dreams can go forth, can move forward in the society, can go the path of progress and can conquer a crown, can win a crown, can achieve something extraordinary. They can bring a change in the society. And three with the new song's measure. So at the same time, many people, here in the first line, the poet was talking about one man, but in the third line, he's saying the three means the many person. If one man can bring a change in the society, and one man can push the society at the path of progress, then three means a number of person with a new song's measure, with another song they can inspire the people to come together and can trample an empire down. They can inspire the people to come together and can trample to crush something. Okay, so we can say they will come together and they can cause a revolution in order to bring about a downfall of an empire. Trample means to bring a downfall, to crush it underfoot. Thus, art enables the achievement of goals as well as the implementation and the execution of the ideas, execution of the creativity. So the person who is a visionary, who has the power to visualize, can bring a sea change in the society. This is the power of dreams, which is the main weapon, which is the main possession of the artists. So here our second paragraph ends. So in conclusion, if we say, the poet doesn't agree with the commonly held belief that the artists are losers, they are forshakers, they are useless, worthless dreamers. No, he believes in them. He believes in the power of artists. He firmly believes that all good artists can manage to do something extraordinary. With their immortal songs and creations and fantasies, they can inspire the people. They can help the people to build the world's great cities. They can shape the empire's glory. Okay, their vision in their creativity or in their works can help to raise the great empires. So at the same time, if they can raise an empire, if they can build great cities, if they can polish the glory of any empire, they can also help, they can also trample an empire down. They can also bring an empire to its downfall through its writing by bringing a revolutionary change in the society. Okay, so in this sense, they are the leaders of the world. So their art needs to be celebrated. So here we end our second paragraph. So in the next video session, I'll teach you the third paragraph of the poem. Thank you, everyone.